All right.
We're live. Let's go.
Let's see. It's saying preparing. All right. Look at us. All right. Should we tweet the link?
Here we go. Live.
All right.
Tweet this puppy out.
So you can get this thing a little clearer. There. Woo. All right. All right. You want to intro it?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. This is this league, WVOF 88.5 on YouTube. Shane Mavex, Jake Mazake here. How we doing? How we doing today?
We're doing good. Last show of 2020 here and this terrible year, but I think the beginning of this show is the only good thing that happened this year.
Exactly. All right. So we had
tops of all the national radio rankings and then took over YouTube.
Yeah, we just got the results back from the whatever it's called.
We won by a lot.
Yeah. National radio.
The haters and losers are sick right now.
I can't stand it. 1 week down in the NBA season. I think the biggest takeaway I have is that the Clippers lost by 80 points probably to the Dallas Mavericks.
It was at least that, and that was the only game they played.
And I don't care about any other game.
No, it didn't, to me, tell me that the Mavericks are any good. It just means the Clippers are really bad.
It means Paul George is not a number one option.
That's all. Not even number two, I don't think. And I credit where credit's due. He came out in his post-game presser and said, "That's on me. You know, I can't lead my team to a almost triple-digit loss. That's on me." Paul.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You can't do that. Like,
no. It was 124-73. They were down like 70-25 at halftime. Craziness. That was
no, yeah. So Paul George is not a number one option. And
just one. I mean,
more importantly, Kevin Durant is afraid of Charlotte. He is afraid of the Charlotte Hornets, and so is Kyrie Irving.
You know, yeah, that was
for good reason. They're not a bad team this year.
No, they came out with a lot of fight in a second half of back-to-back. I expected them to lay down, but yeah, no, that was a tough game. That was really
tough one.
I mean, I take that Durant shot 100 out of 100 times. I want him in the ball in that situation with that.
No, absolutely.
Every time, but that was tough. But what really more concerning, not that they lost, is Spencer Dinwiddie being out with a torn ACL.
Yeah, no, he's partially torn ACL. Is there a timeline on him? Is he out for the year? I don't.
Pretty much out for the year because they have to do surgery on it. So.
Oh, really?
Reconstructed.
Because the initial reports weren't looking like as bad because
but
there was like no other damage.
Yeah, it was literally he had like this long Instagram post where he's tore his ACL in college, so like he's been like preparing for this moment. So he said, "Who knows? Who knows if he can come back?" But all the talk about how much depth that they have is like
I
now
know, cut in half right now.
cut right in half. Now we're gonna have to see Chris Chioza play like meaningful
Extended minutes. Yeah. It's not ideal, but worse things have happened.
Yeah, and then the Nets played the next. Was it last night or the night before? And Durant and Irving sat, and they lost to the Grizzlies without Durant or Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, it's because they hadn't slept in 2 days. We were still having nightmares about Terry Rozier.
Exactly. So I was panicking a little bit last night or the night before. So
For good reason.
we'll see. We'll see. My thing is, I get Durant not playing on the back-to-back. I get that. I don't get Kyrie. That's the one thing. Kyrie Irving has not played a minute without Kevin Durant on the floor this year.
Has he really not?
No.
That's
They've
strange.
only played together, which
Really?
yeah, that's a little concerning.
That's a little bit unhealthy for me.
I was getting major Clipper vibes last year from that game where they just do whatever they want. They sleepwalk through the year and then try to turn it on when they want to. I don't know.
That's my only hope as a Celtics fan that's what they're doing. That the Nets are just gonna I hope that Katie and Kyrie are flying on private jets and everybody else is flying Spirit. And
we can live in New Jersey and travel.
Yep.
Over the bridge.
And the plane will wait for him. He's coming up from Bergen County, and they're just gonna wait and wait and wait. No problem. And yeah, no, I don't. That's my only hope, really.
Yeah, well, we'll see. What the Celtics do this week? They beat. Did we talk
Celtics?
They beat the Bucks.
They lost and beat the Pacers. They played the Pacers twice,
and they beat the Bucks. Tatum
opening night, yeah.
Right after we went.
And then he got walloped by your Nets on Christmas.
Yeah, that was good.
That was not the Christmas present I was looking for.
That was a good game though. For like 3.5.
First half was great.
Yeah.
Then the third quarter Celtics came.
Yeah.
And the third quarter Celtics are maybe the worst team in basketball.
That Nets took that title for the past couple of years, so I was expecting that to happen. But when you have two stars like that, when Durant says, "All right, I'm just gonna take over now,"
he can kind of do that.
He can do whatever he wants. And
then up until this isn't true anymore, but it is true because they did start this way. The Celtics started 1-2. They won opening night, and then they lost back-to-back to the Nets and Pacers. Mm-hmm. But somebody out there on Twitter had a little bit of perspective for me.
Okay.
Is that, am I worried about the Boston Celtics? Absolutely not. Know what else started 1-2? Mambo No. 5, and that shit was a wildly successful song. So
I'm with
1-2. That's all we need.
I like that.
Mambo No. 5, Celtics 2020.
Mambo No. 5 might be my favorite song of all time.
It's definitely the best song of all time. So
that's one of
it's a good favorite to have.
That's one of the best there is. Oh, you know what happened this week? Rachel Nichols was like talking all about Jason Tatum, that shot he had over Giannis, where he clearly did not try to bank that, right? We can all agree. There was
he called game.
No way he called bank.
Even he said he didn't try to bank that.
And she was like, "Oh, the smartness of Jason Tatum to use the angles and use off the glass against Giannis," where she was just like went on for 5 minutes about how smart Jason Tatum is, where he just clearly didn't try to do that.
Yeah, that Duke education paying off for the boy.
Exactly.
He and Kyrie took all of those classes at Duke and just really bettered themselves as academics. Kyrie seems to genuinely think that, but
yeah, I don't think Kyrie attended one class at Duke.
No, but he thinks he has a degree.
Not a chance. He played.
He got the degree from DeVry online, but he'll tell you it was Duke.
Yes.
This guy.
What else happened?
I have a take that I have to walk back.
Okay.
I'm admitting defeat. Not even defeat. I'm happily excited to hop on the Anthony Edwards bandwagon.
You're
I'm
in?
all aboard. I'm all in. And it has nothing to do with his on the court play. Like
Why?
literally nothing.
What do you do?
This kid is hilarious. Have you seen any interviews with Anthony Edwards?
No, I haven't.
He is absolutely hilarious. There was the one that went like semi-viral that was like him with like some local Timberwolves reporter, and she's asking him like what other sports he's good at, and he's like, I am good at anything. You tell me anything to play, like tennis, basketball, lacrosse, swimming, like anything. He's at hockey. He will beat you in anything athletically. And I was just like,
I like
there's
that.
no way that's true. I love it. Like I'm all in.
I think that could be true. Number
Probably
one
is. No, he was the number one pick in the NBA draft, and he said he doesn't even like basketball. He's probably pretty good at everything, right?
Yeah.
So between the Benny Hanna story, that and the clip of him with like Tyrese Maxey and a lot of the other top prospects just talking about how Cam Reddish gave him 40 in high school, he's a very, very funny guy.
Yeah, and he's gonna on the court. He's gonna have to play a lot because he's gonna have to play a bigger role. And Karl-Anthony Towns is out, so
yeah, they need him.
Rookie of the year.
He's off to a decent start. He's averaging 15 a game. They're kind of he's pretty efficient. I think he put up like a 6 for 21 stinker, but like every rookie does that. So
yeah. And then,
but yeah, so I'm all in on Anthony Edwards.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've seen one Anthony Edwards clip though. I feel kind of bad that I haven't.
He just search his name on Twitter, and there's a ton of people that are like slowly realizing how funny he is. I had that moment like maybe last night or the night before. I was like, this guy is hilarious.
Dang. Oh, you know what? You know what we have to talk about? The Cavs tweeted a picture of Colin Sexton and Darius Garland and said, got any good nicknames for this duo? And then Larry Nance quote tweeted it and said, we've all decided that these two officially go by Sexland.
Yes, like that's perfect.
I like
Sexland.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, the Sex Man is that was like an all-time nickname.
Sexland.
Yeah.
Print the shirts.
Sexland. That's just perfect. It is Cleveland. Everybody knows the city of sex is Cleveland. It's just
nothing is sexier than
go in there. The love is in the air. So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell had a game winner. That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, Nikola Jokic had a good game and then a very funny interview.
What happened there?
It was like he just had like an interview with a local Denver reporter, and he was like, congratulations on the win, Nikola. And he was like, thank you. And then he just came back into the mic and he was just like, huh? And then just like walked away. Did you see it?
No.
He like legitimately did this. Hold on. I'll pull up the clip and I'll play it on air.
Yeah. I mean, if he did that, I think I'm naming him best point guard in the league, even though he's a center.
No, he's the best.
You can make that argument.
Ready?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's unreal.
So yeah, so he just moaned. So they're already calling it the Nikola Jokic moan game because he did have a triple double in that one. But the Nuggets are off to a pretty slow start.
Yeah. What they lost to the Clippers.
They lost last night. They got beat up pretty good.
I think losing you know what? The Gary Harris decline has been tough to see. I think that's the biggest issue for them. He looked like he was going to be like a great two-way player, and now he's just kind of faded.
I've been kind of hoping that it was just like he finally realized he was good, and he realized that there are people watching him, and now it's getting to his head a little.
I like that.
And so we just Jokic to convince him that doesn't matter anymore.
I
Yeah,
also
no, Jamal Murray's been off to a slow start. Even Jokic hasn't been playing. Like, he hasn't been playing great defense, which to me just says Jokic does this thing where he plays himself into shape every year, and that's why he'll never win an MVP
yeah,
because he won't have the early season stats. And it feels like that's what he's on right now.
exactly. After the bubble, he probably enjoyed a couple pieces of candy or two.
Couple of couples, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's the Rockets. Are the Rockets fun to watch, even though they're 0-2? They had that
No.
crazy game with the Blazers where Harden just put up 50. Harden and McCollum went eye for eye. And then they play the Rockets. I don't know. I think they're kind of a sneaky fun team to watch.
It could be a fun team to watch.
Fun team to watch.
But they're even more fun to make fun of.
Exactly. Yes.
So that's on this show. We have to find the balance with a lot of these teams. Like the Clippers could be a pretty fun team to watch. They have a lot of talent, but we've decided that they're more fun to make fun of than they are to watch.
Exactly.
The Lakers are more fun to watch than make fun of because they're kind of hard to make fun of because they play pretty good
besides
basketball.
LeBron and the 3-6-1 argument, but yeah. But it's pretty impressive though that James Harden can just do what he does, just be in the strip clubs all off season and then come back and just put up 50. No big deal.
He looks like a bag of milk right now too. Like he is not in shape.
A little chunky.
Yeah, he's chunk.
Did you see
they're putting up buckets? Like that's just what he does though. Like he he goes, does whatever he wants, and he comes back, he drops 50. They have a couple of days off, he goes to Vegas. That's like
he was put on this planet to throw hundreds in the strip clubs and then put up 40 the next night.
And put up buckets, yes.
That's his calling card. But there was that one picture I saw on Twitter where it's like he looks over quarantine. Remember, he looked like super skinny, like in like May.
Yeah, they were like
bubble.
People were like concerned about him.
So this guy's weight fluctuates.
Yeah,
pretty ferocious pace.
I'm looking at some Rockets stats over the games. James Harden is getting backpacked by Christian Wood. Christian Wood is in the MVP conversation for me.
Really good. He's
really good.
Really good.
He went undrafted.
His story is crazy too.
Great story.
He was, I think it might be someone else, but he was, I think, like crying at the draft and like was apologizing to his mom because he was a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's a $50 million man.
And now he's backpacking James Harden to overtime losses.
He's another Sam Hinkie protege, part of the process.
He is,
which I didn't like realize. So Hinkie's got a lot of, but yeah, he's
got his hands in everywhere.
Yeah, I think he's a most improved player candidate for sure. What's he putting up first?
Sorry, I think we're having an earthquake at my house. It sounds.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
I'm in the basement. I got a vacuum going. Now my dog is barking. This is chaos.
This is what you get when we're
welcome home. Merry Christmas.
There it is.
So what's the countdown? We got probably realistically we have about 5 more weeks before we'll be able to be in the studio.
Yeah, I still. You haven't got anything about like?
Oh no, I didn't even get so much as a Merry Christmas email from the school.
Yeah, I know. I was messed up.
I know. I was like,
yeah, but yeah, I'm thinking like early February we get back in the stew.
Yeah, I think they're saying classes like February like 8th or something. Around that week, I think is when we'll be able to get in the stew. But we'll keep pumping out content for you folks. We appreciate all of our loyal listeners.
Yes, for sure. This is just a good way to just get the content out, or else we would just have all these takes we'd be sitting on.
I know that if I had to bottle up all of these takes, I would explode.
Exactly.
Like I have plenty of takes. Peyton Pritchard is great. Celtics first round draft pick out of Oregon is terrific at basketball.
Oh, the white dude?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
I think he's like 27. He's old, like real old, but he looks like Eminem a little bit.
It does look
kind of like he looks like early Eminem, like the dark hair that you can like weirdly see through.
Yeah, and it's
You can see way too much of his scalp for no reason, but he's like not bald.
He's a knockdown shooter though. Against the Nets.
Yeah, he's a bucket. He was hitting shots like crazy last night.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to get some Aaron Nesmith minutes, judging by the fact that they already named the Basketball Hall of Fame after him. But inventor of basketball is still riding pine for the Celtics, so we'll have to see where that goes.
Has Taco gotten any minutes?
Taco doesn't get any minutes. I just don't think he's ever going to crack the NBA.
No,
he gets in.
Taco. He's not good at basketball. He's 7 foot, but he's not good at basketball.
Very bad, yeah.
I went to a UConn UCF game and watched Taco Fall play. He was not good at all.
Dude, it's tough to lug that much ass up the court too. He's just like a big dude
whatsoever.
None. I mean, I don't even know that you can like knock his like work ethic or anything. I'm sure he tries to. It's just impossible at that height.
He wasn't when there was free throws, he wasn't even in the key. He would stand at half court because he couldn't run over the court.
Because he couldn't make it otherwise.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I bet if you go back and look at him, if I remember right, he played a year of high school in America. Yeah. And I would love to see some high school highlights of him. Just like he was probably just like that guy that would like shoot like this, grab a rebound of his own because he just hit it straight off the backboard and just keep going like this for like 10 minutes.
Well, I think it was Taco. Do you see there's like that one clip of him in high school where like this like short fat kid is like trying to guard him.
Yeah.
That's an all-time.
That was like a classic Vine, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that man turned out to be Taco Fall.
I think he did grow up to be Taco Fall. Shout out. What has surprised you the most about the Nets?
What has surprised me? Landry Shamet has not been good. I was expecting him to be a good shooter. I think he's like.
You guys just got like a flyer on him, right? Like you didn't.
Yeah, it was for a first round pick.
Great.
It was a 3-team deal, so they sent a first pick to the Pistons, and the Pistons sent Kennard, who's making
okay.
He's making like $60 million from the.
Kennard is just a rich man now.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think
he probably actually went to the classes.
Yeah, he's shooting like 11% from the field, so it's not good.
Yeah,
but it's early. It's early, so we'll see.
Oh, we put another just to steal ideas from one singular podcast. We put the Dunn chain on the Warriors last week, and we were so right. So right. Kelly Oubre is awful.
He has more shots than points.
Terrible. That's an awful stat. I don't care what level of basketball you're at. That is impossibly bad.
Especially when you get that many minutes and shoot that many times.
Even if points only count for one, if everything was free throws. Terrible.
They're so bad.
That guy gets paid. He makes like $28 million a year, and I'm convinced it's just because he's cute.
Yeah, and he can do
I think that's the only reason. He gets paid to be handsome.
Yeah. But
Wiggins isn't handsome, and he's worse, but he gets paid more.
Who, Wiggins?
I don't get it. Wiggins is awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Replacing Clay and Kevin Durant with Wiggins and Oubre.
That's like history books bad.
They're terrible.
Wiseman hasn't been bad though. He can play some post. He can't shoot.
Yeah.
Do you see do you see there's like a meme going around. It was like Wiseman like lined up like I think he was like taking a 3 in warm-ups or something. And the caption I was like, "Hey yo, nephew, let me get a couple shots." Because he has like the worst form in the world.
Yeah, it's classic old dude at the Y. Exactly.
Yeah.
But he looks good though for a 19-year-old who's played 3 college games.
Yeah, and they were all 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
It's just
Speaking of the year being 3 years long, we have what was it? Little over 24 hours left in 2020.
Yeah.
And this was the longest year of my life.
Oh no, yeah. This one first 2 months went by quickly and then
Very quickly.
Still feel like we're in March.
Mm-hmm.
It's been March for the past 8 months.
March, and then March is happening again. Did you hear this? I think it's like 3 months from now, we're gonna have another March. But we just had a 9-month long March.
Yeah, so
I'm not ready for that.
March, yeah. Yeah, no, man.
And March is always the worst month.
Especially, yeah.
It's a terrible month because they say like March Madness is in March. The good part of March Madness comes in April.
Yeah,
And
March
you get like Masters in April.
Late March. So the early
Exactly.
like
yeah, you're watching all like I'll be sitting on my couch watching like the Atlantic 10 championship in March.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get to watch like the round of 64 in March. April is where it's at. April's a great month. March is just cold. It's rainy. It's like all the snow is like melting. And it's always it's always cloudy for the whole month of March. And 2020 was 12 months of March.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plus a pandemic.
Yeah, no, that didn't help. That didn't help at all. But hopefully
I'm not cool with the pandemic. We are openly anti-pandemic here.
Yeah, we've righted our wrongs and we are officially we take the coronavirus seriously.
We condemn the coronavirus, our first show back in studio after it like not even hyperbole altered the timeline of our entire lives. So shout out COVID-19. You're for real.
Yeah, it's about to go crazy. It is about to go crazy the next like month. Because New Year's, everyone's gonna be like going crazy. I'm sure people for Christmas had a bunch of big gatherings. So month of January, it's gonna go wild.
I think this league is a responsible radio show, and I can speak for at least myself that I will be sitting in my basement for New Year's.
No, I'm not.
Seeing my Xbox.
Exactly. Yes.
Probably drink a couple beers.
Might have a point too. I have to work New Year's Day in the morning, which is kind of
New Year's Day? Really?
Kind of tough.
Damn. Fairfield Bookstore.
Time and a half.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Sign up for that shit.
Yeah.
New Year's Day is like the fakest holiday of all time, anyways.
Yeah. And then I can get home before the college football games. So it's a win-win.
True. We might as well talk a little college football.
I think
the way I see it, they're both going to be blowouts. I think we're getting Alabama Clemson again.
I think it's going to be Alabama Clemson. I think Alabama's going to steamroll Notre Dame. I've been on
steamrolls Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, I was never impressed by them.
Complete frauds. Terrible.
I think the Clemson Ohio State game is going to be solid. I think that's going to be a good game. I just think
Trevor Lawrence is just too good.
Yeah. I mean, was that last year when Fields had the interception in the end zone to win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was a close one last year, but to me, Justin Fields has taken a considerable step back. As a Patriots fan, I am all for Justin Fields playing because he seems injured or something. Something's going on with him, and he has looked terrible the past like 2 or 3 weeks. And if he puts up an absolute stinker tomorrow, his draft stock is going to fall far enough that I think he could be the third quarterback drafted, and he could be New England Patriot. So
Back to the Patriots have probably in the teens somewhere.
I mean, I'm hoping they just lose out.
Yeah.
They'd end up 6-10, and 6-10 is usually good enough for like 10-12.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm optimistic.
Yeah. And then speaking of NFL, big Sunday for the G-men.
Oh, shout out to G-men. Who would have thought last year that we would be talking about your team having playoff implications, and I would be looking for a quarterback in the draft.
Looking,
I think this is the year. I think the G-men get in.
I think it could happen. I think they could beat the Cowboys. I'm not impressed by the Cowboys at all.
No.
And then just need Justin Fields. I mean, no. Who am I trying to say? Hurts. I'm looking for Hurts to put on a
Jalen Hurts, yes.
Jalen Hurts to put on a classic Alabama showing.
He started running the Carson Wentz play where he throws interceptions. Yeah. That's not a good play. We need him to run the plays that Saban showed him.
Yeah.
Not the ones Wentz showed him. Looking
to go 6-10 and get into the playoffs. Who would have thought? Mm-hmm. I think that's the worst record ever a playoff team could have.
I think it's like on track. The NFC's can be like historically bad. But
I know
the most competitive division we've seen in decades.
Which one?
NFC East.
Oh, it's definitely competitive.
Who wants it? Who wants it less?
Yeah.
Who wants it less?
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's because I know the Seahawks were 7-9. I know the Panthers were 7-9. I don't think anyone's been 6-10 have won a division.
I'm terrified that it's happened, but there's never been a year like this. So
here's a little stat for you. Any team that's gotten into the playoffs with a losing record has won their first game.
Really?
Yeah. So little wager if you guys are into the gambling world.
Man, we don't condone it. We entertainment purposes only.
I did may or may not
your Christmas parlay
may or may not have lost $10 on Christmas. That's all right.
Yeah, it happens. Right. Neither of us real. Where is you? Not huge gamblers over here. So one on Christmas never killed anybody.
Yeah. That's the whole point of it. You're supposed to make it exciting, and it made it exciting.
Exactly. It's supposed to be a once in a while thing. Everything in moderation.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, anything else for us?
I got nothing else. The Nets game's in 15 minutes, so I think that's about it.
Yeah, we got Celtics at 7:30. I think we both got to go watch our teams. I'm hoping that the Celtics can make quick work of your Memphis Grizzlies to beat the crap out of your beloved Nets. No Ja Morant.
No Ja Morant. Yeah.
That was scary looking.
Yeah, that looked real bad.
The way he teleported into the tunnel.
Yeah.
After he just kind of fell.
Wheelchair gets brought out. It's not a good look.
It's bad. But he's out 2 to 3 weeks. Little ankle sprain. Paul Pierce.
Yeah, besides Paul Pierce. That's what I was gonna say. But Nets Hawks tonight. I think the Nets have won the past 20 games against the Hawks. So hoping to keep that continuing.
That's a streak you gotta keep intact.
Trae Young has weird hair. He's balding. So
I think he would look kind of cool bald. I think he just needs to do that.
Yeah, just do it. He's just weird now.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie's going for 40 tonight. I think that's gonna happen.
I'm all in on that. I'm cool with that.
Too small.
All right.
All right.
Go Celts, go Nets.